I started working full-time when I was 12. And that was when Hunt Hotel over in Montevideo. The guy that was manager at that time hired me because he figured that I was big enough and strong enough when I was 12 to do what was necessary down there. In less than a month, he got drafted and it was gone. His wife, Gladys, became the manager of the hotel and stayed that way. She hated driving. She had a nice new General Motors car. And so I said, well, I can always try it. And she objected to that for a while, but decided she couldn't afford to hire anybody else to do it. The first guy that got wind of that was the chief of police in Monty. He'd come over and he'd say, now, you're a little young. Do you have a driver's license? And I said, no, I'm not old enough to get one. He says, well, I gotta make you out one. So I got a handwritten driver's license from the chief of police over there at that time. As soon as I got out of high school, I got involved at the University of Minnesota. I didn't spend any more than about a month to 2 months down there, and my dad got a notice that the draft board in Montevideo had my number coming up the following week, and I better decide if I wanted the Army or the Navy. And I chose the Navy, and a whole carload of us went from Monty and from the Dakotas to San Diego. After the war was over, I got out in the middle part of '48. And that's when I met Bev on a blind date when I got back from the Navy. We had a real good time that night because we went to a carnival, a couple of dances in Monty, and then she agreed she'd try a second date that was real between just the two of us. And we did that a week later and took the train to Minneapolis and spent down there. She was a lot of fun. I got married here in Madison.
Your Westinghouse dealer's having a gala fiesta with really big buys on all these wonderful products.
That's right, it's the Westinghouse Desi Lucy Fiesta Values.
Look for the stores with the fiesta decorations.
And these signs in the doors and windows.
Oh, we're having a gala fiesta. It's a Desi Lucy Fiesta. When a Westinghouse buys at the fiesta.
Remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
When I got to Westinghouse, they put me in an engineering operation, mostly having to do with lighting fixtures. And I designed a lot of small residential fixtures that are still in use. The one that I got a patent on, which was really used all over this town and most of the rest of them. I did optical systems for 100 watt, 250, 1,000 watt street lights and floodlights. The distribution floodlights for major league fields were 1,000 and 1,500 watt in those days. I did a couple of major league fields in New York City, and I did the one in Philadelphia. The one I had the most fun in is Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. When they were starting to install the first fixtures, they were having lots of trouble in trying to maintain them. They did not like what was being done by other stadiums, and that's to maintain all of the floodlights from the rear. They had to redesign the floodlights so that they could service it all from the side or from the front. It drove the factory nuts that was making the floodlights. The boss down there says, well, that's Husby's product. He says, here we go again. But they put up with it. I redesigned the fixture so that it could be serviced from the side and relamped from the side.
What's the need for all this floodlighting, Steve?
Well, Paul, you've got to remember that nighttime is the only time during the week that many folks can play. Studies made in 12 communities, about the same size as ours, show that courts and ball fields get at least 25% more use with floodlighting installed.
everything that I've worked on. And I got patents for it. I just like to work on everything that presented itself. You had lots of fun in those days.
Postcards is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota. Additional support provided by Margaret A. Cargill Philanthropies, Mark and Margaret Yakel-Julien on behalf of Shalom Hill Farms, a retreat and conference center in a prairie setting near Windham, Minnesota. On the web at shalomhillfarm.org. Alexandria, Minnesota, a year-round destination with hundreds of lakes, trails, and attractions for memorable vacations and events. More information at explorealex.com. The Lake Region Arts Council's Arts Calendar, an arts and cultural heritage-funded digital calendar showcasing upcoming art events and opportunities for artists in West Central Minnesota. On the web at lrac4calendar.org. Playing today's new music plus your favorite hits. 96.7 Cram. Online at 967cram.com.